Now you saw the usability of all the components that are part of the Arduino starter kit. There are also a lot of other peripherals that could go cohesively and also be used in various applications once somebody plays around with this starter kit components. We have a lot of offerings on our web store. One could visit our web store and reach the Arduino development tools and get to know what are the solutions that can go along with Arduino. We have an RFID evaluation sheet for somebody who wants to do access control. We also have a starter kit. Then we have a Arduino board and various flavors of the Arduinos. Then we have a relay shield. We have a 4-channel relay shield, 8-channel as well as a 16-channel relay shield based on the application needs. For somebody who wants to do a custom development of a board and needs an USB connectivity to program the hardware, we have the FTD basic breakout board. And also we have certain kinds of shields that sits on the standard Arduino boards. Once we have an Arduino like this, one could connect various kinds of application specific shields for Arduino. There are certain shields which are custom designed so that they sit on the Arduino hardware, and the standard name that they occupy is called shield. These shields sit on top of the Arduino, and we have various shields for various specific needs. One is the Arduino USB host shield. One could connect some of the USB host peripherals like keyboards, monitors, or maybe even USB webcams, and this goes along directly on the Arduino baseboard. We also have a GPS that can go along onto the TX-RX pins which have a serial interface. We also have a wave shield that can enable somebody to play audio on an Arduino. We also have a Bluetooth shield that can let us do Bluetooth communication to the Arduinos. Then we have a micro SD shield that lets storage wherever a storage related application is sorted out. For example, if somebody wants to go along with a data lowering application wherein somebody wants to monitor a temperature over time and store it on an SD card, they could think of buying an SD card shield. For people who are wanting to use a Wi-Fi shield, we also have a Wi-Fi board. This uses a Wi-Fi module and comes along with a shield compatibility. One has to solder the burr connectors to use it along with the Arduino. So these are the offerings that we have with the Arduinos. One of the common questions that we encounter from users of Arduino has been, how do I get started on these platforms? One of the things that we have been doing constantly is educating customers on using Arduino platforms as well as designing their applications. We have quite a lot of workshop modules available on Arduino. We have 4 modules available on Arduino. One is a basic workshop. We have modules called Arduino 101, 102, 103 and 104. These workshops are conducted conveniently on weekends so that everybody could attend these events. The 101 event is basically for starting customers who haven't used Arduino at all and they don't have any exposure to programming. So the session is spread over a day. The morning session goes through using the open hardware, the Arduino, introducing the people to how the layout of the Arduino board is, general architecture of the controller, how to get started with the IDE, and then also some of the basic peripheral interfaces. The second session introduces to some of the other peripherals like shift registers, potentiometers, relays, RGB LEDs, 7-segment displays, LCD display, RF data transfer as well as DC motors. This is basically for people who have no exposure or very little exposure to Arduino and have not used any microcontrollers before. The course fee is charged at INR 600 without the kit, and if somebody wants to buy the kit on the day of the workshop, we have a package cost of 2000 rupees. So that's the 101 module. The 102 module is for people who are interested in doing a locomotive kind of application, basically involving motors, switch gears motors, and different kinds of motors like steppers, and want to try their hands on it. So the prerequisites for this is basically to already know how an Arduino works and also some familiarity with Arduino software. So this course module is spread across 4 hours. The session 1 talks about how to ramp up on an Arduino, how to use different kinds of motors available, interfacing DC motors, stepper motors, servos, and also designing driver circuits for various kinds of loads and also various kinds of motors. We also carry through a thorough understanding of how to design driver circuits using L293D as well as producing various high currents for various kinds of models. Some of the mini projects that we cover on these kind of sessions is constructing a ground surveillance robot, a conveyor design using stepper motor, elevator control. The course fee is charged at 500 INR. It's a half-a-day course, and if somebody wants to buy an Arduino on the day of the course, they could as well buy it on the web store. The third workshop is basically for the communication-oriented people, basically one who wants to know how to connect this Arduino over Ethernet, Wi-Fi, or maybe an RF data transfer or a ZigBee. So this is basically for people who want to make the Arduino communicate to other softwares. So the session is for 4 hours. The morning session consists of interfacing an RF module, ZigBee module, Ethernet shield, as well as Wi-Fi module. Some of the mini projects that we have the customers do themselves is RF-based data logging, designing remote sensor networks, Ethernet control electronic systems, and so on and so forth. The course fee is charged at 1000 INR, and once if you decide to buy a kit, you also can go along with the package cost of 2000 INR. So that's the Arduino 103 module. We have an advanced inverter workshop spread across 2 days wherein you can spend the whole weekend with us playing around with the electronics as well as the Arduino hardware software. We have 2 days of workshop. The first day morning covers an overview of hardware, how the Arduino is organized, the microcontrollers. The second day talks about basic peripherals that comes along with the starter kit, the shift registers, potentiometers, relays, RGB LEDs, 7-segment displays, LCD display, RF data transfer, and DC motors, servo motors, so on and so forth. The session 3, that's the second day of the workshop, talks about various kinds of communication protocols, ZigBee interfaces, Ethernet interface, graphical LCD, OLED display, camera interface, and an RFID reader module to be interfaced to the Arduino. The final session talks about other interfaces like Bluetooth interface, GSM interface, micro SD interface, interfacing Arduino with processing, which is a software for doing visualization. And also there are some kind of Q&A sessions that we hold on the last day for hints on interfacing Arduino with various softwares like maybe MATLAB, Python, and also Flash, etc. Many projects that we cover are something like robots, data logging, digital camera designs, access control system, thermometers, etc. The course fee is organized at 1000 INR, and the whole package costs you at 3000 INR along with the kit. So those are the 3 modules that we basically run on. These workshops basically are conducted by experienced application developers who have already designed a lot of products using Arduino. So we would be more than delighted to help you on using Arduino through workshops. If you have more questions on subscribing, you could go along our website or maybe write us an email at info@tenettech.com. Thank you for watching this entire series of Arduino. If you have more doubts, you can always get back to us and email us on this front. Thank you.